Experienced gardeners learn to recognize small problems before they become big ones. And that's exactly what this video is designed to help you do. We're not talking about expensive tools or complicated gardening techniques. These are simple, everyday mistakes, the kind that thousands of gardeners unknowingly repeat every single season. Some reduce pollination, some invite pests, others slowly weaken your soil or stop vegetables from reaching their full potential. The best part? Most of these mistakes can be fixed with small changes, often without spending a single extra dollar. So, as we count down from 20 to 1, pay close attention. You may discover that one small habit has been quietly limiting your harvest all along. Let's begin with number 20. One of the most common gardening mistakes happens before breakfast or just before sunset. Many gardeners believe that watering whenever they have time is good enough, but the timing of your watering can have a surprisingly big impact on plant health. During the hottest part of the day, much of the water evaporates before it ever reaches the roots. Instead of helping your plants, you're often watering the air. Late evening watering creates a different problem. Leaves can remain wet throughout the night, creating ideal conditions for fungal diseases like powdery mildew and early blight. The best time to water most vegetables is early in the morning. The cooler temperatures allow moisture to soak deeply into the soil, while the rising sun quickly dries the leaves. Your plants stay hydrated, their roots grow stronger, and harmful diseases become much less likely. Sometimes, growing healthier vegetables isn't about using more water, it's simply about watering at the right time. Struggle to breathe. Growth slows. Leaves begin turning yellow, and in severe cases, young plants can suddenly collapse from a fungal disease known as damping off. Instead of watering on a fixed schedule, check the soil first. If the or natural mulch each season helps build healthier soil over time. And healthier soil produces stronger roots, healthier plants, and far better. Soil usually needs far less fertilizer than unhealthy soil. Sometimes, less truly produces more. Slowly build beneath the surface. Soil-borne diseases become more common. Certain pests return expecting their favorite food, and specific nutrients become depleted over time. This is why crop rotation has been used for centuries. Simply moving plant families to different beds each season interrupts pest life cycles, reduces disease pressure, like marigolds, borage, dill, or zinnias can completely transform the garden. More pollinators often means more vegetables. Sometimes, the smallest visitors produce the biggest harvests. We've already uncovered 10 gardening mistakes. Pair of pruners. Number 7. After a long winter, it's tempting to start planting the moment the weather feels warm. A few sunny days can make it seem like spring has finally arrived, but appearances can be deceiving. The soil may still be too cold, nighttime temperatures may still drop below freezing, and one unexpected frost can destroy weeks of progress overnight. Warm season vegetables like tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers, and squash hate cold soil. Instead of growing, they often become stressed. Growth slows dramatically, leaves turn pale, and some plants never fully recover. Experienced gardeners don't simply watch the calendar. They watch the soil temperature, the weather forecast, and the average last frost date for their region. Sometimes, waiting just one extra week can save your entire harvest. Number 6, waiting too long can be just as damaging as planting too early. Every vegetable has a growing season. Some need cool spring weather. Others require long, warm summers. If seeds are planted too late, plants may never have enough time to mature before extreme heat. Or the first fall frost arrives. Lettuce often struggles in midsummer heat. Peas dislike hot weather. Meanwhile, pumpkins and winter squash need months to fully develop before harvest. Knowing your local growing season is one of the simplest ways to improve success. A planting calendar, or your area's frost dates, can help you avoid costly mistakes. Sometimes, the difference between failure and a full harvest is simply planting at the right time. Number 5. Plants don't grow in isolation. In nature, different species constantly interact with one another. Some compete, others cooperate, and smart gardeners take advantage of those natural relationships. Growing flowers like marigolds, borage, or nasturtiums near vegetables can attract pollinators and beneficial insects. Certain herbs may help confuse pests with their strong aromas. Some plant combinations even make better use of garden space, allowing roots and leaves to develop without unnecessary competition. Ignoring companion planting doesn't always ruin a harvest, but it often means missing an easy opportunity to create a healthier, more balanced garden. Sometimes, your best gardening helper is simply another plant growing nearby. We've reached the final 4, and these last gardening mistakes are often the ones that separate average gardeners from truly successful ones. They're simple, easy to overlook, yet they can affect your harvest more than expensive fertilizers or fancy tools ever could. Let's continue with number 4. Raised beds are one of the best ways to grow vegetables, but they also create one very common temptation: trying to fit too many plants into a limited space. A full raised bed may look productive at first, but once the vegetables begin to mature, leaves overlap, airflow disappears, and every plant starts competing for the same sunlight, water, and nutrients. Instead of harvesting more, you often harvest less. Experienced gardeners know that raised beds aren't about squeezing in the maximum number of plants. They're about giving every plant exactly the space it needs to thrive. Sometimes, a little empty space produces a much fuller harvest. Number 3. Most garden pests don't appear overnight. They start with just a few insects, hidden beneath a leaf or tucked inside a growing stem. At first, the damage is almost impossible to notice. But within days, a small problem can become an infestation. Leaves develop holes, flowers disappear, young vegetables stop growing. The good news: early detection changes everything. Walking through your garden for just 5 minutes each day, looking under leaves, checking new growth, and watching for unusual damage can stop major outbreaks before they ever begin. Sometimes, the best pest control is simply paying attention. Number 2. tiny insects arrive. The soil dries faster in one bed than another. Every one of those details? Is your garden trying to tell you something? The most successful gardeners aren't the ones who work the hardest. They're the ones who notice the smallest changes and respond before small problems become big ones. Sometimes, the greatest gardening tool isn't something you can buy. It's patience, curiosity, and learning to truly observe your garden before you head outside and start changing your garden. Keep these simple principles in mind. Water deeply. Not every day. Deep watering encourages roots to grow farther into the soil, making plants stronger during hot weather. Feed your soil before feeding your plants. Healthy soil naturally supports healthier vegetables. Season after season, grow flowers throughout your vegetable garden. Marigolds, borage, dill, nasturtiums, and zinnias attract pollinators, while encouraging beneficial insects that help keep pest populations under control. Rotate your crops every year whenever possible. Moving plant families to different locations helps reduce disease buildup and gives your soil time to recover. Most importantly, spend a few quiet minutes in your garden every day. Look closely. Notice new growth. Watch for insects. Feel the soil. The earlier you notice small changes, the easier they are to fix. Remember, great gardeners aren't created overnight. They're built, one season at a time. A successful vegetable garden isn't built through luck, and it isn't built by buying expensive products, and it's built through observation, patience, and avoiding the small mistakes that quietly steal your harvest. By correcting even a few of the mistakes we've covered today, you'll grow healthier plants, stronger roots, fewer pests, and bigger harvests with less effort. Now, we'd love to hear from you. Which gardening mistake surprised you the most? Have you experienced any of these in your own garden? Share your experience in the comments below. And if there's another gardening topic you'd like us to cover, leave your suggestion as well. If you found this guide helpful, please give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe to Garden Harmony and share it with another gardener who loves growing their own food. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, keep growing, keep learning, and keep your garden in harmony.